Here we go. Valerian. A city of 1,000 planets. Okay, number one. Here we go. So this is gonna be completely spoiler because I advise never seeing this movie ever again. I don't ever advise ever seeing this movie to start out with. So here you go. Dunkirk. I would easily, if you compare the two right now, because you know what, let's compare from just film to film, greatness, right? I give Dunkirk like a 9, right? I love Dunkirk. Dunkirk was a great movie. Valerian gives like a 0 comparison. Like, it makes Dunkirk look like God created it. And then Valerian looks like, I don't, you know what? If you ever play video games, did you ever know what No Man's Sky is? Most gamers probably would know what No Man's Sky is. It's basically No Man's Sky in a film version. Basically, you get a bunch of these commercials saying, oh my gosh, we gotta take the spaceship somewhere else. We gotta go somewhere else. We gotta live somewhere else now. But that's like the first 10 minutes of the film. It literally just... So I saw the previews. So the movie theater I went to, 2 weeks before the film came out, they gave us a 10-minute preview of the first 10 minutes. That was literally the entire explanation you get on the entire city of 1,000 planets. Literally, might as well just call it... So what you call it Man of Steel, instead of that, you just call it Superman. You just name the city that he's in, Superman Metropolis. That will literally be called the movie. It's the worst thing ever. And it's not even called a city of 1,000 planets. It's technically called Alpha or some crap like that. And I'm like thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe you know what? It was like we were... So, here we go. We'll start out with the beginning. So, that's where the first 10 minutes went, right? Then we went over and we talked to Valerian and his chick, right? I can't even remember her name at this point because she's so forgettable, right? So, for the first half of the film, Valerian's like that, like, Valerian's the guy who's like, oh, I can do everything, I'm really good at shooting guns and everything, and, I can do all this stuff. And then the chick is just like, for the first half of the film, she was literally in a bathing suit the entire time. It was almost like, wait, are you just, I was thinking to myself, I was like, are you just here as like a model, really? Or you're not really anything, right? You're just kind of here as like that one chick in the movie that nobody, like, you're kind of like the Megan Fox of Valerian. You're basically Megan Fox, right? Because you're really not doing anything. And she doesn't really do anything the entire film. She's carrying this thing the entire film. And this dude wants to marry her. I'm like, dude, we got like 5 minutes in the movie and Valerian already wants to marry her. This is 15 minutes in the movie. Valerian wants to marry her. And she's like, oh, are you serious? You're asking me now? And he's like, yeah, I am. She said, just go to the mission, right? So she leaves to go to the mission, right? Valerian's sitting there, just like... So he leaves to go off to the mission, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So the first 45 minutes happen, and then boom, you learn about this city, you learn about this world, that this white man, because literally, this is like the most leftist film I've ever seen also. It pisses me off that even more. But it was ridiculous. It was unentertaining. It was like, ugh. I don't know what it feel like to be the... Oh my god, it's like the Young Turks so much. Sorry, I was acting like Chank for a second. But it was like... It was by far the worst film I have never seen something that visually impressive with the storyline of poop. No, I'm not kidding you. I have seen films. I've seen like machinima films on Netflix of Master Chief that have better storytelling, that have more characters, defining characters, greater character depth within an hour and 30-minute film. And this was 2 hours and 10 minutes, and I couldn't get anywhere with the characters. The one chick was like basically bathing suit model for the first 45 minutes of the movie, and they went on tourist, and she basically walked around like she was a slut. And I was like, what the heck? Even if you're a tourist, you wouldn't be walking around like that. And then after that, they both get into their suits of armor and stuff to defend this guy, and there's just this little animal thing that's supposed to help these other creatures go back to their home world. And I'm like thinking to myself, what the hell? Why do I care? And then Rihanna pops in all of a sudden after. Okay, so the chick gets taken, and Valerian needs to go get her, right? Because it's the love of his life. And, well, something ends up happening, and, next thing you know, he's watching Rihanna dance on a pole, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why is Rihanna in this film? She was the most. She wasted like 10 minutes of the entire damn film when you could get any more character depth or something, or take the 10 minutes out of the film. You could have spent $10 million less if you would have taken her out of the damn film. It's by far the worst. I can't even. Ugh. Sucks. It's one of the worst films I've ever seen. It's ridiculous. Valerian, basically No Man's Sky in a movie version. Actually, it's worse. Because you know what? I thought I learned more about 1,000 cities. About the 1,000 cities. I learned barely anything. I just learned, there's sea life, plant life, and animal-like, human-like, aliens. There's like robots too somewhere in there. Boom, that's it. Yeah, and you find out that the general is like the evil guy, right? Because he accidentally destroyed a planet that he knew there was indigenous life, but he lost 500,000 troops, so he just did which I actually have to somewhat agree with him, a logical stance, which is, I'm gonna save my troops, right? I don't care, I'll blow up the planet to save my troops, right? Because whatever, they're like apes or whatever, they're not really indigenous population, but whatever. And they talk about immigrants. Oh my God, she's like, so it's Rihanna's like sitting there like this, and she's like this. She's like this, Varian. She's in Varian's arms, and she's like, Varian. It's like, there's a home for me. There's no home for me because I'm an immigrant, a person without an identity, no home, no place to call home. People are just bringing me down. The government just want me to all die. Just want us to all die. They're just living like this day in and day out. I'm like, okay, I see what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that all of America just want all the immigrants to be shot, killed. No, you do have a home. That's why they call you immigrants, because you come from somewhere. Nomads don't live anywhere, don't have a home. God, they're called nomads. Good. This movie sucks. It's like a 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10. You know what? 0.0000001%. Boom, there you go. It's the worst film I've ever seen. I don't care. It sucks. If there's another one, it's probably not going to happen anyways. The sales aren't very good. And you know what? I'm done. It's over. That's it, guys. We're good. Hope you guys have a good day. Comment, and subscribe for more videos. And if you guys watch this film, I suggest not to. But really what happens at the end is really nothing happens. They make love at the end of the film. That's about it. That's it. Oh yeah. And guess what? All the sci-fi stuff is super uncreative. We've seen it all. We've seen every single thing. The ships were uncreative. Literally, the human ships were something that would be out of Halo or Avatar. There you go. So you guys, hope you guys are good. Comment, subscribe for more videos.